Santa Baby, what a tune. This is one of my favourites with its jazz-tinged band sound. In today's lesson, I've broken the song down into 3 levels of difficulty. We'll be starting with the easy. Santa Baby. We are using a capo on fret 1 today, and the 8 chords we need are C, A7, D7, G7, A minor, D minor, G, and E7. We're starting with verse 1. It's 8 bars long and we play simple down strums. The first 4 chords are C, A7, D7 and G7. We play these 2 times round. So we have on the C, 1, 2, change to A7, 3, 4, change to D7, 1, 2, and then G7, 3, 4, do that again, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 3rd time round, we play C7, A7, then we play G, 1 stab, G7, 1 stab. Then we continue on with C, 2, A minor, 3, 4, D minor, 1, 2, and then G, 3, 4. That's the whole first verse. The strumming style is slightly broken. It's not abrupt, it's quite gentle relatively, so it gives us the movement. And how we create that is by applying a soft mute at the end of each down strum. So as I play that C chord, I strum down on the strings and immediately bring the side of my hand to rest on the strings and stop them ringing out. Practice this between each chord until you can achieve an evenness with it. Verse 2 is much the same as verse 1, but the final 2 bars play C, F, C, 2, 3, 4, as it takes us into the chorus. Now the Fs in this sequence, we have a range of choices. If you can play the bar chord, play the bar chord. I like to strum this with the F/C chord, and if you're still on your F major 7 or basic F chord, play that one. A playthrough of verse 2. Santa Baby. I'll wait up for you, dear. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Moving on to the chorus now, and we change chord to the E7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A7, 2 bars. 4. Haven't kissed. D7. I could be just as good. G, 2, 3, 4. G7, 2, 3, 4. We have everything in place in its basic form. Moving up a difficulty level now, we are going to introduce the thumb and the fingers strumming pattern. The 2 down strums that we played for each chord previously are now going to be split into a thumb and fingers rhythm. I'm going to play this a little bit closer to the neck, to the fretboard, because I like the warmth. As we know, as you strum next to the bridge, the sound is a little bit harsher. If we bring it up towards the fretboard here, we have a much warmer, softer sound. So I'm going to go with that. With the C chord, we play the thumb on the root note, which is the A string, and then mute the string with the palm pretty much of my hand just to this side. And then the fingers do a quick light strum and we mute again with the side of the palm. So it adds a little step-by-step rhythm that contributes towards the cheeky sound of the verse. So playing through the first 4 chords, for the root note on the C, it's the A string. When we go to the A7 chord, the thumb stays on the A to play the root note. For the D7 chord, the root note is on the D string, so the thumb plays the D. And for the G7 chord, the thumb comes up to play the E string for the root note again. When we play the G and the G7 at the end of that verse, you strum all the strings anyway. And when we play the segue final 2 bars, C, A minor, D minor, G, I play full strums anyway on all of the chord notes. Same with the chorus. Because we want definition, we want dynamics, we want a little bit bigger sounds to create momentum. Moving on to the 3rd level of difficulty, I'm going to introduce the bass notes. This really starts to give us the feel of the Eartha Kit version of the song. I reserve this for the intro and for the main part of each verse. When it gets to the final 2 bars of each verse, I play those full strums as we've done previously. I also play full strums for the chorus. We need momentum and we need to build the dynamics. Looking at the transition into the first chord, which is a C, I have my 3rd finger, 3rd fret E in relation to the capo, obviously, so it's the new 3rd fret. Then my pinky is directly underneath it to play the 3rd fret of the A, and I drop in to fret the C chord and strum that with my fingers. Transitioning to the A7 chord, we don't need to move anywhere on the chord hand. We play 3rd fret A string and then 2nd fret D string, which are part of the chord, but then we move in to the A7 chord. So we don't need to move that middle finger, we can just pivot on that middle finger and bring our 3rd finger onto the 2nd fret of the B string to play the A7. Moving into the D chords, our middle finger on our fretting hand is already in the right place, 2nd fret D string. We play that with our thumb, then take that middle finger off to play the open D, fret the D7 chord and flick those high notes down with the fingers. We are then going to transition through the G chord. We are not actually going to play the G chord, the run passes through it. So we play with the thumb, the open D string, bring our middle finger up to play the 3rd fret E string, play that twice, then open A, 2nd fret A with the middle finger, and 3rd fret A with the ring finger. And there we are back to the C. We repeat that sequence for the intro and for the most part of each verse. An example. Song structure-wise, we have the intro, which is C, A7, D7, G7. This takes us on to verse 1. We then move on to verse 2. Then we have a chorus. Verse 3 is the same as verse 1. Verse 4 is also the same. And then verse 5 finishes the same way that verse 2 does, as it takes us into a final chorus. Here's a playthrough of the intro, verse 1, verse 2, and the chorus so you can hear how it can be put together. Santa baby, 54 convertible too. Santa baby down the chimney. Think of all the fun I've missed. You check off my Christmas list. In this lesson here, I show you a Travis picking version of Last Christmas by Wham. I'll see you next time.